Welcome back to Little Creek Bee Ranch. It's March 30th, 2024, 2:08 p.m. Swarm time. See the swarm on the big Scion, or the Scion, the big swarm on the Scion. They're rushing around, getting stuff together. This video is dedicated to Susan H. in Arkansas. She just left as a student. She had to go, picked up some equipment. I had to go watch me drum these bees down, which was pretty cool, I admit. Pretty cool to watch drumming, getting my equipment together. Let's see if I can catch these girls back successfully, eh? I never assume, you know. But I'm gonna go up now. Let's see, get my stuff together, get my thoughts together. Got my little yellow wagon over here to my side with the equipment. I think I'm gonna use two mediums. Two mediums. It's a pretty big group. Came out of a double medium set. I have my thin sugar water with lemongrass oil. I'm just gonna spritz them to tighten them up. Now I see bees. I'm gonna tell you what I see. I see bees dancing on the outside. That tells me they've already got scouts coming back. Hey, we found a home. And want the sisters to go check out a home. But I don't want sisters to go check out a home. The home has come to them, right? Catch my breath. It's always exciting. But of course, a beekeeper, you ought to be ready with all your stuff, right? Whatever. That never happens, man. Okay, so they're wet. Now, let's see if I can change. What is he doing? I can't see him. I know you can't. Let's go over this way. Here, you watch the swarm. Keep your eye. If they leave, it'll be really loud. We'll hear it, but we don't want that. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm pre-staging my equipment right on the trailer. You know what I'm saying? And, excuse me, I want this to be easy button. This is as easy as we can just about make it. So, I'm going to set the boxes to the side and boxes to the side. And I'm going to pull up on the right side. So I want this gate off. Kind of working a little quicker than I usually do. I take my time, but fat old beekeeper's always behind. So Susan and her husband came out to pick up some equipment, had a great visit, showed her some tips and tricks and cool stuff, and all of a sudden, we hear a swarm come rolling out, which is not surprising. But I stood there at the box just a few minutes ago and told her, I think that one's still gonna swarm. See that, Susan? See how we do that? Just by the volume of travel, because we caught a swarm yesterday, which we think came from that box. Okay, you can have more than one swarm out of a box. The first one will be the old queen. The next one will be virgin queens. So don't let anybody fool you. You can have more than one swarm. All right, so I get my strap under there. That's just a safety strap, right? Come on, Kendall. It's been a long time since I filmed. So let's talk about last year real fast while I'm doing this. Last Father's Day, June, we had 100-mile-an-hour straight wind line come in, buddy. I mean, just blew us to kingdom come. Took hives and tossed them like frisbees. Bee season was over, buddy. So we had serious family concerns. People needed help in the family, which was legitimate. And beekeeping took a back seat real fast. So last year we would say is like, nah, not really anything, not happening. Okay, so we can't do much about that. I stopped filming. I probably should. Could have come up with a bunch of lessons. I was just so discouraged. No. So what I'm doing now is spritzing some of the frames with sugar water, lemongrass sugar water, and get them interested in that. Yep, which is good. They like that. Give them something to think about eating and processing. And we got a jar of sugar water we're going to give them. You know, the way I set this up, every other frame is either foundation or comb, checkerboarded. A swarm's going to give you lots of wax, so the girls are going to throw down lots of wax. Well, good, let them build me some new fresh comb. And the outside frames, 1 and 10, are tabbed. If you see the tab, starter strip. So it'll be tab, comb, tab, comb, comb, tab, comb, tab, comb, tab. See, you have to wash out in the middle with 2 foundations or 2 comb together because it's a 10 frame box. Now you know. Okay, Kendall. Let's take this lid. We're going to use a screen top spacer. And we're going to set it. Let's set it right here. Now this is a pretty big group. See if I can do this without making like a massive mess, hey? You want everything to go smoothly. You don't want to be dropping bees everywhere. Spilling bees. Bees. You know, beekeeping's worth doing. But you have to acknowledge the bees have always got the advantage over you. Just about every time, 99% of the time. Okay, so I'm taking the house to the bees. And I'm going to pull it right here. Yeah. Now, I'm going to move you in the camera view. Don't worry, I got your back. See if I can do this. My battery dies. Sorry. Oh no, low battery. Yeah, I've already got a low battery. Come on, Kendall. In a hurry. Jeepers, man. Oh, we're trying. Yeah, where am I going to put them? I don't know yet. on a stand somewhere. Which I really need to go. I need to go set it up. So, yeah. Does this guy know how to do bees? Oh, man. Bees will keep you humble, man. I'm telling you true. They'll keep you humble. Okay, so I have my spot, and I'm just going to jerk this old dead out of the way. Yeah, I do know what I'm doing. Just don't look like I know what I'm doing. It's just, you never know, man. As soon as you say that, you get your face thrown in the mud. I just love it. Okay, that gets pulled out of there. That's gonna hold that out. Okay, so I'll just put the lid on that and cleaning the grass out. Just like, you don't need to see all this. It's just making a mess. Oh. Getting a spot set so you can just come set them down. That's all. Okay, that was pretty easy. I'm going to change the whole apiary setup here soon. Okay. Battling with the grass underneath, using rubber stall mats now for grass management underneath. It's always been a battle. Little squirt, this tightens them up. Just don't bump the Scion. The queen is usually up in the mess of that. Okay, now let's see if I. Yep, all right, cool, going. Okay, here we go. We're going to see if I can do this without dumping bees. I'm just going to pick it up off of the stand and lay it up here. Lay it up here and work the bees down in it. I'll just brush them down. Yeah. Susan, you're going to be a great beekeeper, but I know about right now when you see this, you're going to go, darn it, I knew we should have stayed. I know how it is. Okay. Yeah, because you could have done this. Okay. There's the front porch. Get my thoughts together here. Now watch. I want to hold the bottom. Now sometimes they're covering the bottom, you can't hold it, but we darn sure aren't going to drop this. Grab the cord as I push up. As I push up. Now I'm going to go so you can see. I'll go this way. You'll kind of. Now you don't want to just drop it down because you got bees on the edge. So I'm holding the cord up. Yeah. See that? See that trick? You see that? Cut the edge. Kind of thick. Kind of thick. I don't want to smash bees. I cut the edge. A gentle down. Gentle. They'll get the idea. You do smash a few bees in the course of things. Okay. Now I'm going to change your view. Okay. Okay. Oh, Lord. Yeah, you can watch. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I don't like aggressive splashing and dashing with the bees, you know. They don't like it either. Yeah. Now this is not fast. No, we're not talking fast. Genteel. And they appreciate that. I'm telling you. Big sisters, they'll get down there and go, hey, hey, hey. Look at this smell and this comb now down here now, don't you know? Let's get on to it. They're real excited to get on to building a house. See, they left the house on their own. So man, the pressure is on them. You left the house, girls, on your own. You better get to building. That's why swarms will build so fast. And a majority of these now are nurse bees. All right, so you're going to get a swarm lesson here. The majority left in the parent house are field bees because they're mentally oriented to the house. Now there's some field bees in here. I said majority. The nurse bees are gorged up with their wax glands. See, I'm going to spritz them. Their wax glands are gorged up, and they'll throw down a ton of wax fast. I have broken my feather Broken feather doesn't work well. Excuse me. Pardon me. There's a chest pull going on. I'm sorry. All right. I just laugh. I don't know. This part of beekeeping is stressful but fun. It's a fun part of beekeeping. When you understand what's happening, you got to understand what's going on. You don't get all panicked. Oh, swarming, they're leaving me. If you don't know what you're doing, they're going to leave you. So Susan, the student was out a while ago. She got to see me drum those down. That is not a folklore. That is a real thing. A metallic bowl and a metallic spoon or object pointed towards the swarm, like a parabola, emits a strong sound, and they go to find their queen in the air and they'll get her down. Get down, woman, we're going to protect you, get down here. Okay. Called drumming. Takes a bit, 20, 30 minutes. And your friends and your neighbors will look at you like you're a kook. That's okay, you're catching your bees. You can call me whatever you want, buddy. I'm catching my bees back. Man. Just love it. The bees, they're so excited. They're like little kids. You know, little kids go to a new house and they run around into the rooms. Oh, Mom, this is my bedroom. Ooh, this is what it's like. They're excited. They're not mad. Now, if you were aggressive with them, they might get cranky. But they're all like, new home. You got to reorient to the new digs here now. Come on. This is serious business, man. A new home? Yeah. And we're only going to move it like 40 yards away. Well, that might as well be 400 miles to them. They're like, whatever. Now, I've had it doing stuff like this. And then my neighbor next door, he comes to the fence and hollers, "Hey, Kendall." He's so interested in what we do. "Hey, what are you doing?" Like we want to talk. No, we're not talking. Not when there's a bunch of bees work going on. We will visit later. I'll explain later. It's nice. You got to be nice to neighbors. They pay compliments. "Hey, it's so interesting what you do." Yep. So this, for brand new people who don't know what we're doing, this is a Russian Scion hanging in front of the hive. And the reason we hang it there is bees have a habit pattern or tendency to hit flat surfaces. They'll go to a tree, yes, for swarming. You'll find them under picnic tables or trampolines or under an old board in a barn or whatever. That's what they've done. Now all I'm doing is sweeping them off. I'm just sweeping them off. Now, did I see the queen? No, haven't seen the queen yet. Don't care to. I'm not trying to find the queen. I'm going to get them settled in and packaged up. And then strap it closed for safety purposes. We're moving them, you know. And then I'll do the brick trick on them. I'll show you the brick trick. Yeah. Actually, to direct you to Susan, I told these girls that you were coming. And I told them, hey, we want a good swarm class, okay? So if you girls would go ahead and swarm at 2:05, that'd be just fine with me. And they did, just for student. It was a student request. Hey, looky there. Perfectly timed in every way. And we just continue to sweep them off the board. They're going down, they're sinking down. Now, you saw the volume of bees on the Scion. Okay, just take that volume and half it. Divide it in half. And that's about what's going to leave the box to go to the field. So when you do your inspection, you'll go, hey, it looks like there's not nearly as many bees. Yeah, right. And why is that? You got to think. It's because they went to the field. They're foraging. They leave, you know, so it depletes your population a bit. The bees. I love it, man. Oh my goodness, man. Every spring, you get to the point to where you go, okay, I'm not fighting this. I will set up some signs just like this old man said. I'll watch my Scions, and he put Swarm Commander on the bottom of the Scion. Yeah, they go to the Swarm Commander, which is a nozzing off smell from the tail tip of the bee. The nozzing off gland is a come here smell. Come here, stay here. Queen is here, the food is here. Now see how I'm doing this? No rush. No rush. And can you see the porch? I can't quite see the porch. Let's do this. Let's tip it down. Okay, now I want you to watch the porch. There's no bees on the porch, right? They have not oriented to anything. I'm going to put some few bees here. Now you watch it, look at them go inside. Boom! Right up they go. They're not stupid. They know exactly what they're doing. They have not oriented to anything. So I can tootle them off. I can get them packaged up here and tootle them off and go set them up, and they're just fine. Just fine. Okay, the mass is off, remember? The mass. Okay, so now you can't drop this board. You don't want to drop it. You're just going to pick it up. And let's see if I can do it where you can see. I want you to be able to see. Right about there. I'm going to pull it up on a corner. On that far back corner, it's resting. And just cut them off. And I ignore whatever's in the air. I'm not worried about what's in the air. Some bees, some of them will go back to their parent house. Some of them will go, hey, you know, I want to go in this mobile home. Send me up in this mobile home. That's what we want. Okay. Now, see that? There's no shaking involved, right? Who told somebody to go shake these bees? There's only certain instances that we do that, and this is not one of them. The shook shake we will. That's for a different reason. Okay, so there's the Scion set out of the way. Over here, 10 or 15 yards. Make sure, look at it real good. Make sure the queen's not on there. You don't want the queen to be on there, you know. Okay, so let me give him a spritz here. Oh yeah, now look at you now. Look at you, get a close-up look there. See how you are? Look at that, eh? How about a zoom in? Just let you watch them for a little bit. Not a deal, man. That's pretty slick. You know, smoothly. I like that. I like that to go smooth. A smooth operation. Love it when a plan comes together. If you're a baby boomer, where's that come from? Love it when a plan comes together. The 18. That's the 18, man. Okay, I'm gonna spritz them again. I'm gonna show you another trick. Oh, all these tips and tricks, man. Darn it. I have to kind of zoom back out. Yep. Yeah, bummer. Okay. Here we go. Better. All this noise. Oh boy, all these people. And we live in the country, mind you. Okay, watch this. You want to move them. You want to get them moved, right? Back of my hand. excuse me. I'm just gently pushing on the tops of their backs. I just want to get them down. Watch this space I'm going to clear in the middle. Oh no. I'm sorry, man. Seems like when I'm filming, I'm always fighting some kind of crud. Look at that. Da-da. That's the price you pay, man. Get to watch an old beekeeper do his thing. Stinks, man. Okay. After this job is over, I'm resting. Excuse me. I'm sorry, Gene. Sorry, buddy. I'm trying, man. Okay, now. Oh gosh. This video. Yeah, this video is going to be popular. Yeah, I don't feel so great. Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. My heavens, man. Okay, are we smashing them? No, they're just kind of pressured there. Now, what I can do? Stop coughing. Oh my. I don't want to use smoke when I'm doing this. I don't need to. See how they go down? It's all right. Okay, that's enough. Oh my God. How tough are you? Oh, can't be helped, man. All right. God, just put the lid on. Here comes the lid. It's all right. Heavens to Betsy, man. That, not fun coughing and doing this work. Okay, I'm gonna back you up. I'm just doing the strap and the buckle. Let's see if I can pull you. Sorry. Strap and buckle. If we're still filming, might have died. I don't know, man. Hooks go on top, top centered. Oh man. Just for safety, so they don't come apart when I'm doing my thing. I apologize for coughing. Now, hey, there's our feeder we want. Okay, successfully packaged. high heavens. I'll just carry this. God. Lordy, lordy. Jeepers. I'm going over there to that empty space. But I'll just let you, let's see. Oh, you get to watch me tootle over. It's not a big deal. Some of the bees in the air know their queen is in there and they're going, hey, just a minute here now. Okay. I'll come back and get the camera here in a second. I tell you, man. And remember, the porch is open, right? All right. Still filming, golly. Okay, good. Good grief. Good. Apologize for all the coughing and carrying on. That stinks, man. Love making films, but I want them to be good. Listen to this guy hack. You're gonna make fun of yourself. Okay, so lifting them up, they're strapped, you know, and I like to have this strap there for security. But it's a little awkward, you know, big old square box. See that? Ho 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 ho. That was slick. Golly, jeepers. Okay. Here comes the sugar water. Now, get my thoughts together here. Somebody hollering for their dog. Well, we got a lot of action going on around here today. It's usually quiet. Beekeeper hacking and coughing while he's getting a swarm. Lady's running a chainsaw on her tree. Man next door is digging a ditch, hollering for his dog. We're country, buddy. Okay. Sugar water. And if you can see, I don't know if you heard this camera, there's just little pinholes. Oh, Lord. I'm so messed up. See there. There's just a regular fruit lid with a stapler, T45 stapler. Put 8 staples in it, pull the staples out. You got just enough holes. Not too many, just enough. A tip. We don't want too much sugar water poodling down the bottom. It runs out and here comes the ants and all the garbage, right? Ants and robbers and thieves and stealers and red wasp and all that garbage. I gotta get my bucket. God. Oh man. See, Susan, see what you missed out on? Oh Lord. Okay. Here comes the strap off. Okay. Easy peasy, man. Right? Ta-da. Let's stand back here and roll this up and talk. Okay, here's some tips. If I can do this without coughing. Swarming is natural. Swarming is good. Losing bees is not. Russian Scion is an old European principle strategy. used forever. But us Americans, of course, we're like the redheaded stepchildren to beekeeping. We have a truckload to learn. Do you know your bees will talk back to you? Huh? What? Yeah, that's a topic for another time. Swarming. Watch this. Listen. When the parent house issues out a swarm, only healthy colonies issue out a swarm. So now we know we have healthy bees. When the old queen leaves, the girls take off with her. She has been laying very little for the past, 3 or 4 weeks. That means the brood population inside the house is very low. That also means the mites have less larvae to go eat on. It's called a brood break. A brood break. And because we have this brood break, the mites dive in on the remaining larvae and kill the larva, most of it, and the bees will clean that out and drag that out. And the queen has gone out to mate and come back, and she lays and continues to lay and outlay the mites. Now you have a really strong colony. It's a natural process. I'm pulling the tray out for air. I want them to have air. I'll set it up here. Brick goes up. Okay, a natural process. Okay, this colony here, right here. No, it's that one. That colony over there, they're getting ready to swarm. Okay. Say what? What was he saying? I'm just teaching you, man. So the Scion I just used has smell on it, right? See, I must have one, yeah. Okay, so okay, watch. I'll show you what I'm doing. Here's the camera focus on it. Swarm Commander, right? Hope you can see that. Anyway, I'm gonna spray a couple under here on the post. I'm gonna push the post down. It's coming off. Now, is this gonna confuse bees? A little bit, only for a little while. But it's gonna draw their attention. Okay, let's back in. And I'm taking this Scion and I'm moving it right in front of them. Tilting it back a little bit. Oh, there we go. Oh, you girls can't miss that. If you're gonna swarm. And the other Scion down here. A bit. As they're gonna swarm. Okay. Ah, boy. That's all right. There we go. Yeah, everybody's gonna be checking that out. Back to swarming process. It takes about 30 days for a colony to ramp up to swarm mode. It's not an overnight deal. It don't happen fast. Okay, so now we're going to do the brick trick. Take a couple of these bricks because this has got a lot of them. Put that down there. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. I'm going to take an angled brick, snug it up to the feeder like that, just like that. And that forces them to slow down when they decide to come out and begin working. They got to orient to their house. They'll slow down and they'll come to the air and orient. Now, there's a trade-off. Here's a trade-off. I could pin them up in there with a towel or screen. That keeps the queen in place for a day or two. Come back and pull the plug in a day or two. Oh, this little nuke to the right has a screen in it, and I'll pull it tomorrow. I could pull it now, but they had a full jar of water on there, and they've sucked down a couple inches already. So good. That means they're pulling wax. That's good. They're pulling wax. So these little swarms, both of these are swarms you're looking at, the nuke and the one to the left here, swarms, which is good. I need to expand my apiary, so this is a very good natural process of doing that. But the Scions become super important, and I need to get another Scion up to replace that one. Super important. And sometimes the bees will stay there for a day or two even, sometimes. Usually they go pretty quick. They'll leave pretty quick. But we want to understand the swarming process so we mentally are in line with the bees. We work in harmony with the bees, not against them, right? Yes, you can do swarm prevention strategies like shoot, shakes, flips and twists, tearing off shoot, and traditional frame split, all that. He said, what did he say? I know that. That's a whole bunch, man. It's better that you understand the swarming process, okay? And let it happen. Oh, that goes against everybody's brain. Let it happen? What? Let it happen. Use a Russian Scion. Use a swarm commander on the Scion. Put it about 3 or 4 feet out in front of the hive and just keep watching. I mean, you know, on your daily basis, you're around, whatever. Right. Have your equipment ready. There's everybody's error. There's your fault. The equipment's got to be ready. Well, it's supposed to be. It's usually not. So you run around trying to find something. Then you come do your deal. But the swarming process. So we get a brood break. We also get a new queen in the parent house. They're dawdlers. They'll be dawdlers. They won't build a whole bunch. Slowly. Okay. And it may be, not often, maybe you might get a little honey out of them, but probably not. The swarm. These two that we see here are going to go like rockets. Man, I'll have to check in on them about every 3 weeks. They're going to build like crazy women, man, just going nutso, man, which is good, all right? But you got to have the equipment ready. Always back to the equipment. Tips and tricks, even from a sick old beekeeper. How many golden nuggets have you picked up so far? The video's just been running 42 minutes. In 42 minutes, how many golden nuggets have you picked up? That's what you ought to be collecting up. Thank you, Gene. Collecting up golden nuggets. Golden nuggets of wisdom, tips and tricks and strategies. You ought to be writing them down too. If you're sharp and smart, you'd be taking notes, writing this stuff down. What else is there to do? Nothing? All this pandemonium and chaos, and then it goes back to quiet again. That's okay. I do like to stand here and watch them for a little bit. Now see, now what you're seeing, I don't know if you can see it, in the one we just set down, the girls are starting to come out and turn around. They face the house and they go, what's our house look like? And they float to the left and to the right and up and down. And look, more coming out and more coming out. See, they're getting their whole program. Bees work on a principle of balance. A principle of balance. They didn't ask us for our opinion. They don't care about your opinion, my opinion. They run on a principle of balance. So their house is out of balance. So they got to get settled. They got to find their position in the house. They got to find some work to do. Then they got to, man, we need food. Then the big girls have got to come find the hole, the entrance to the door. Then they got to orient. They'll float just a little bit. It doesn't take but just a few seconds. They'll float around. Hey, there's a red brick, there's a shiny piece of tape, it looks like this, and then off I go to wherever I'm gonna go find food. We'll lose, we don't lose, but you'll have a third to almost half will leave to go forage over the next day or two. So by the time I look in, let's say I looked in next week, it will be pretty depleted. It's not negative, they're out in the field working. You know, those are house bees and nurse bees in there doing the work. So you got to compensate yourself. Don't just look in there and think, I'm going to see this mass of bees. No, you won't. They're out in the field. You got to think about it. Good stuff. So I came out of winter with 4 colonies. Had one dead out, I think, 3 colonies. Now I got 2 swarms, so what, 5 colonies now. It's okay. We'll keep rocking it. So if a fat old sick beekeeper can do this, I know you can. You just have to learn, man. I don't like traditional beekeeping. It hobbles you. It refuses to receive all these new ideas that the bees are doing. It's not me, it's the bees. You got to learn how the bees work. It's called Bee Principles. We've written an ebook on it. We've written a total of 8 different ebooks. You can look at our website, littlecreekbeeranch.com. Yes, here comes the cheap promotional commercials. Check out the Zoom classes. Those are pretty cool. Check out the personal advisor program. That's the #1 thing we do is private coaching and teaching to address the expensive learning curve. The learning curve is very high in beekeeping. And if you're just going to be the ones that, do it on my own. My friend Joe down the road, he knows how to do this. He's been doing this for 6 months. Sorry, that doesn't work. No, sorry. You know, personal coaching, personal advisor program, $30 a month, but look at all that you're getting in the program. You can go read all the things that you get in the program. Pretty cool, man. I could go on and on and on. I think you get the idea. LittleCreekBeeRanch.com, personal advisor program, Ken Davis, Inola, Oklahoma. Just caught a swarm #2 for this year. Got to go inside and rest. Check you later.